as we said, 8 o'clock. I'm trying to get this damn. Oh, that's not what I want. Maybe that'll work. Okay, we're trying to get this gimbal to work. Mostly it's a learning curve and let the battery die and everything else, but it's supposed to be more stable when I'm using it in my hand. All right, guys, we are here right at 8. There is videos not done yet for yesterday. Basically, Kurt's trying to, believe it or not, sell his house. So if anybody wants to move to Manhattan and wants to buy a house, he's got one for you. But with that, let me get this light on. Hell, tickle in my throat. But with that, he ran into a project the other day that kind of took more time than I think anticipated. So he's a little late. But that's why we're getting a little bit of a break. But that video's coming, so you're going to get your Patreon video today as well. And then you're also going to have today's special, which is actually the special for October. So I'm a bit behind too. I am also sporting, of course, full K-State garb today because we took down our rival KU. If you guys follow much sports, on his little show that they're doing about the resurgence of KU, which ain't working out so well. Uh, will he win it out? I don't. What do you mean, went it out? Not sure what you mean. He had said basically on the little slid on ESPN Plus. Sorry, rent. I don't know. You have to hit him up. I think he's looking to sell because they'd like to buy a different one, and they have to sell in order to do that. So they're probably looking for a buyer. But old Mr. Miles said something to the effect of, "Who's K State?" Well, I think he learned. So sometimes it's best not to say those kind of things, right? It was a good game, Jason. It was a very good game. You know, we were missing Thielen. Chiefs are missing Mahomes. And honestly, I don't think either team played up to what they're capable of. But, it worked out. Chad, that could probably be arranged, worst case scenario. We could probably do that. Oh, go Chiefs. Boo, boo. You know, I almost went to that game. I just kept, because I went to Lawrence, went to the K-State KU game, and my in-laws are in Kansas City. So I was in Kansas City, and we packed an overnight bag, prepared to stay. But the tickets just did not get low enough that I could justify the cost of going. So I watched that one from my couch. Uh, Probably good, right? Oh man, I'm sorry then, Chad, because neither one of them. Diggs has been making you some money lately, but he did not. They did not show up that game too well. Uh, wasn't a great game by Cousins. Statistically, he's going to look good, but actual what he did was one of those weird, crappy Cousins games. But I know most of our folks in here probably aren't into sports, so let's, for the new folks on here, kind of tell you how this works. First of all, if you're watching this on Patreon, you're wondering why I'm not seeing your comments. It's because you need to click on the little YouTube icon at the bottom of the screen to watch on YouTube, or you need to copy, if you're on an iPhone, copy that web address that I put in the comments and then paste it into your browser. And I think that will fix it for you. Because you want to make sure you're watching this on YouTube, right? All your rats are named Chiefs. That's pretty funny. Uh, what I mean is, this way we do this is this is being projected on YouTube, but you have to have the link in order to see it. So it doesn't go out to the masses. It only goes out to our people we share the link with, which we share via Patreon. So we do have a lot of new folks, which is always great. We always lose some and we always gain some. It's just kind of the nature of the beast. I hate losing anybody, and I love gaining people. I'd like to get this up. It is part of our three. I guess we have a table with three chairs to get us through. We can make this our only job, and this is a big, big chair of that, a big leg of that table. The other one, of course, is YouTube, which is a really small one, and then snake sales, and well, that might work too, Jimmy. But I know some of our iPhone people have had some problems. So the iPhone folks, I know they've got to do something specific. So if you're on an iPhone and that works, awesome. Let them know, because I am an Android guy through and through. I hate using an iPhone. I have to occasionally question girl, but yeah. Oh, there you go. You can do that too. Michael, that's a great idea. I should probably run it on 2 different things so I can see and type. That would make total sense. But I don't know if it'll let me do that. That's from an iPhone user. Perfect. So follow Jimmy's advice and you can watch this on your iPhone. But in order to win the sale, guys, you have to be on YouTube. If you're comment on Patreon, I'm not gonna see it. And we use YouTube because it timestamps the comments, so I can see who's first. If there's ever anything, curious back in there, you got burning on your Pixel 3 XL. Oh my god. I'm using a Pixel 3 XL-A, which is like the Pixel 3 XL Lite, the cheap version. So perfect. That's good because I know maybe they've made it better, but you want to make sure you're on YouTube where I can see your comments and you guys can see me. What we'll do on these specials, for those of you who are new, is this will be a reverse auction style. This is going to be unique in that this is a package. So this is not one. I told you guys I'd make this worthwhile since I was late. So this isn't a one snake. You're actually going to be getting 2 snakes. 2 snakes I think can pair well together to do some cool stuff. So there you are. You get a male, female. One of them's from the Patreon clutch. I'll go ahead and spoil that. One of them's a GHI female. The male is a little bit different, so I'll share that with you in just a minute. Now, he also has multiple uses, so there is that aspect too. So the way this works, guys, is I'm going to set a price. The price will include shipping, okay? If you're local, say you're here and you're able to come pick them up, or, you're in Manhattan or whatever, where we don't have to ship them. I can't shit a snake, I promise. Then what you can do is you can subtract $50 next. We're saving $50 plus on shipping, so we'll save you some on that too. All right. So then what's going to happen is we'll start with the price, right? I'm going to say this is the price. Again, local, subtract $50 for not local, and that's the price. And that's just because of our shipping cost. We will then lower the price down, correct? So the price will start high and get lower. And the first person to type sold gets it. Carl, if it's a 2-hour drive for you and you're willing to make the drive, problem solved. You can do the same thing, okay? I prefer that because shipping always makes me nervous, but we'll definitely ship if we need to. Not a problem. Yes, Jimmy, we can. I know we've got some things that need to be shipped. I think you've got a couple of them, if I remember correctly. And we're just going to have to, weather is a factor. We got smacked a little early with cold than I thought, so we kind of held off. This Monday wasn't as cold as it was supposed to be, so we probably could have got away with it. But according to the forecast from this weekend, we couldn't have. So I didn't do that for a while. No more being ghost, no desert. No more being a ghost, no. I'm not. Oh, no desert for you. I'm guessing that means you're probably back from a deployment, possibly. If you are, welcome home. So yes, we do need to do that. Leather is going to be a big factor. So if you're waiting on snakes, and if you're waiting on a t-shirt, I'm going to open up an email. We're going to make it, and you're going to be emailing actually one of our members who is helping us with that, and she will be making lists. This goes for everything that I've even tried to do because it sucks. So if you're waiting on a t-shirt, I'm going to be putting out an email here very, very, very soon. And then what we'll do is you'll email when your time is, your size, whether you want to sign or make. She will compile a list. She'll send it to me, and then I will make them and ship them out. And then I'll tell her I need another list, and she'll compile another list. And so we'll just go in that, and I'll get them out that way. It's going to be a lot better, right? A lot better. So that is it. Do you get free games if you come and get them? Do you mean free games like free games on the arcade? You can come play the arcade. If you're meaning like free football games, no. I only got 2 tickets. Me and the wife. Sorry. Basketball depends on the game. Hit me up. Maybe it'll work something out. So, all right, guys. So why don't we go ahead and show this? Is anybody not clear on the rules? If you're not clear on the rules of how this works, tell me now. If you are, then I'm going to go ahead and show you the snakes, and then we'll start the process. Right? Pretty awesome stuff. So, take a drink first. Give people a chance to say they don't understand. Looks like everybody understands. Those of you know me well, you're probably thinking, I always see you drinking RC or Coke. Why the Pepsi? Well, I'll tell you what, I'm cheap. Whatever's on sale is what I end up drinking. We are going to start with the female this time. One more time, please, on the rules, Chad. The rules are going to be this. It'll be the first to write sold wins. We're going to start with the price very high. We're going to work our way down. So you're bidding on that package. If you can pick them up locally, we'll subtract, or we can work that out. We'll subtract $50 from the price for saving on shipping. The price is a shipped price. So yes. Sorry, Chad. So everybody got the instructions in. First to write sold, shipped price, and it's going to be, unless you're local, then we'll subtract $50 from the ship price. So that's what it's going to work out, right? All right, here we go. Let's get you the first one. I'll get the number myself. This one is a little GHI. Of course, this is from our Patreon clutch, right? Come in. She's soaking right now. Oh my goodness, you're in there tight. There we go. So she's gonna be a little wet. She was in her water dish, but here she is. So I can't get maybe this in a little bit better light for you, so you can really kind of see how the snake looks. Old GHI. I am not good with lighting, but anyway, there she be. Let's see if we can't show you why we think she's female. Come here. They're all slippery when they're wet. So you can see I'm not seeing any peens. Nothing retracting. A little bit of pee. So we do believe she is a female. And she just ate this weekend. But she's probably chunking in at, well, I'll give you a weight here in a second. Right at 121 grams. Now that is with a little bit of food in her. So let me put her back. So the first one is 1905-04 GHI female, and that's from the Patreon clutch, right? So that was a clutch that was promised to you guys for anything, for specials and whatnot. That was your request of what you wanted. Now our male is one I've been holding back for a while to do a special with. And this is 1813-03. I'm going to confirm, I'm going to have to look at my computer to make sure I'm not telling you wrong, what this is, but I'm pretty certain, just going to double check, that this is a lesser 100% het ghost. So you can use him for your ghost projects. You can use him for the GHI, right? So GHI lessers are going to be similar to GHI Mojaves, but a little bit different in coloration. And of course, if you're looking for ghost, you can do a lot of ghost stuff with this as well. I'm going to double check that the het, because I can't see it, but I'm going by memory there, and what I wrote on the cage. Yep, definitely a lesser het ghost. Pairing was a lesser ghost of the spider het true ghost. So not only is it a lesser het ghost, it's a lesser het ghost, 50% possible het exanthic. Should probably put that in there too, right? Because I made my het true ghost. So there you can kind of see. Also, while we're at it, the het true ghost was a spider male, which is one of the ones that we think might be carrying that dark gene. Did you hear that, David? And there you can see some little peens. They're going to retract, come back out. So definitely a male, right? Any idea on a super pastel? I think we might have one coming up later, actually. And we've got a few more shots at them with some clutches we're doing. So anyway, there is this guy. So let me put him back in there because he's all running around. Oh, you probably want to wait on him. Let me tell you, his weight's going to be probably about 250. He's a chunky monkey. I was off camera on the peens. Sorry. You'll just have to trust me. There's peens. Did I just kill the battery in my... No, there it came back. My scale. I'll try to show you the peens again. He weighs 378 grams. Sorry about missing the camera and the peens. I was watching what I was doing and not really watching the camera too well. But they're not the best looking peens, but you can see that red. See how it retracts? See that red? See how it retracts? Definitely a male. The proper peep show. I'm sorry. So we put him back. And then we'll start the bidding. So, again, we've got a package deal for you guys today. I'd hold them both out, but it's just me, so that is kind of a pain in the butt, right? She was a little thing that we supposed. Which one are you talking about, Jason? I missed that. Oh, the sister for that one. Yes. So yeah, every now and then that happens. Things change, right? They do get the job done. I've got a few micro penis snakes, and they breed just fine. And I don't even think they're actually. I think they just probably have pretty good muscle tone and try to hold them in. So let's see what we're going to do here. Well, I can tell you this. Typically, on my GHI female 190504, we would probably be at $200. And then on that male being a lesser 100% het ghost, lesser male is usually about 75. But you have a 100% het ghost, and you have a possible het true ghost, 50% het exanthic on the SK line, for those of you who are wondering, which would also kick in a little bit. So I'd probably be at 125 on him normally. So that puts us, right, to 325. Plus, it would cost us to ship with 2 snakes. We need a bigger box. It'd probably be about $60, $65. So we're going to start this at $380. That's going to be the beginning price, shipped for both snakes together. We're selling them both at the same time. All right, we ready? So now the auction has started, starting at $380. But I'm going to guess nobody's going to write sold at that because you're supposed to be getting a good deal. So let's go ahead and go down to $360. We're going to take a big drop because we started kind of high. So this is 2 snakes. Now we're at $360 and going once, going twice. We'll go down to $350. You just got here Ragnarok Morse. What they are is about 100 gram GHI female and also about a 360 gram male, lesser 100% het ghost, 50% het SK exanthic, which we were at, I don't even remember now. So we're going to say $340 for both package shipped, minus $50 if you're local. So $330 now for both those snakes together, shipped to your door or to your FedEx holding facility is my preferred method of doing it. So if you get both of those for $330, so you can make your own lesser GHIs now, and maybe some GHI het ghost, or maybe you can do some ghost projects and have that GHI female. So for $310, you're sitting there making lesser GHIs, and also you got a male to go to your ghost stuff and include lesser. If you haven't seen a lesser ghost, let me show you what a lesser ghost looks like, guys, because she is about to lay, and we try to lock that in place. You need to see what this looks like, because we are now at $290. $290, you can be making those, and you'll also have a GHI female, so you can be making some lesser GHIs. Pretty freaking awesome for $280 shipped to your door. $280, guys, shipped to your door for both snakes. Now we're getting into the area where I think we're getting into a good deal. So now I am excited, because that's what I want you guys to get, is a good deal. And we are there. So let's do it for $270 shipped to your door. Also, you get that discount if you're local. Sold. There they are for $270 to Wolfgeist. Also, Wolfgeist, I don't remember. You have to cue me in. Let me write down your name on that, so I can remember to put that in my computer on my handy dandy piece of cardboard for keeping us. This is why I'm so disorganized on t-shirts, guys, because this is the way I do shit. I will improve. I'm going to get better, so I hired help. Congratulations, Wolfgeist. And to understand, if you have any of your like Patreon, build up's where I'm looking for, right? Then we did that at $270, was that right? Then you are more than welcome to use those discounts onto that. So they do apply the special and everything. The only thing that your money you earn to get back from being at those levels doesn't go to is it doesn't go to giveaways, because they're free anyway. But everything else, whether it's a special, whether it's a straight up purchase or anything else like that, if you're at that $50 or $100 level, those discounts you earn can go to that. So there you are. You've got it. Oh, this is a great deal. Got to $250. You just have to check, see what we've used. We may have used it when you did that JHI Moho. I don't remember. Yeah, $270 shipped. That is a good deal. But guys, that's great. I want it to be good deals. Now, somebody asked, what clutches have we not released for? And see, that's what I love about the reverse mortgages, because I have 2 people now saying, oh man, if I would have got $250, I was going to pull the trigger. And I've been there, man. I've been there where I was sitting there and I had a number in mind. I bought some baby racks one time, and I beat the lady in front of me by a nanosecond with hand going up because we were both like, I think, set on the same price. So I will tell you exactly what we've got coming up. And then I want to show you Hestia because I want to show you how she's doing so we can get an idea of what we're doing medically on that snake. And it is a steal at 270. I mean, it really, if you think about it, if you get a nice GHI female, I mean, depending on where you get it at, you're paying 175 to 220 for just that. That's why we're kind of sitting right at 200 in the middle on our GHI females. Plus, you're going to have to ship it. So you're at 250, 255 for just a GHI male, right? So to get that at 270, you're basically getting that other male, which if that proves out to be a lesser het true ghost, is a badass. You know what I mean? Or you couldn't say no. That's right, 190204, and that one was a JHI Mojave, right? Yeah, that one did really good too, it looks like. And I've got your name on that too, Jimmy, so it is listed. I was just checking since you said next to it, I don't remember what it was. All right, so people asked what else is coming. Let me make my logs in this one so that way I don't forget, and then I'll tell you. 181303. Awesome. All right. So we've released the normal GHI clutch. And then we released 1906, I think was the last clutch we released. That's correct. So the next clutch I'm going to release is probably the 1901 clutch, which is the Mystic Potion clutch. We probably will end up, I debated on it a very, very long time, but we probably will end up having a female holdback from that clutch, and then we'll release the rest of it. We may have some holdbacks for Patreon and things like that. I haven't listed that clutch out yet, but I need to do that. So that one's coming next. And then, of course, we have clutch number 7 to release. But, oh, well, thank you. Super quick. It will not be exciting because what happened, the way it worked out, is between clutch, was clutch 6 or clutch 5 was your GHI clutch, and clutch 7 was the other Patreon clutch. So, and then you're going to have a bunch of normals in that. But there will be Patreon snakes that get released in specials, like a banana and a black pastel. Actually, 2 bananas. So that's kind of cool. And then we have a bunch of GHI pastels and some lesser and a lesser that need to come and be released. And again, some of these are marked for specials, so I'm just letting you guys know what's coming up since it was asked. That'll take us to the much anticipated clutch number 9. So we may end up having a holdback from that clutch too. We were planning on holding back the Killer Zebra, but as you guys know, unfortunately, she passed. So I may be holding back a different snake to further my projects. If I do, it's going to be 1909-07. I'm waiting for one more shed to confirm what I think, which is going to be that it is a super pastel xanthic. We have been doing anything in our bell complex usually for around 400. We might be a little lower on there. There is going to be a Hestia update. I just want to get through the list first for people so they know what's coming, but there will be a Hestia update. It's not bad news, right? So that will be clutch number 9. After that is clutch 10, which now we're getting into where we kind of hit that bad spell, right, guys? So clutch 10 was the one that ended up proving Carmel, the first one. And so there's only going to be 2 snakes in it. One is a clown, and the other one is a Carmel. If the Carmel survives, so far I'm taking food and I am not going to force issue with it. The Carmel is severely kinked in the back end. It is definitely pet only. It should never, ever, 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 ever be used for breeding. Ever, period. Not happening. Like, should not do it. So yes, and then also that clown is very likely het Carmel. So I would keep it away from any Carmel like the plague. Then we get to the het snow clutch. We only had 3 eggs that were fertile. We listed 4, but one of them I said never appeared fertile and died. So we have a possible double het, a spider pos double het, and another spider pos double het. One of them was itty bitty, so we're working on making sure it caramel. I always say caramel. Caramel. It's Midwest. It's not caramel out here. Then we get to the pied clutch. We will have. We had 7 eggs. 1 went bad. 1 had a slight kink in the neck and it could not drink. But the other 5 are all shut out and doing fine. We'll have those. Clutch 13 was another caramel clutch. So we do have some Mojave stuff coming from clutch number 1. And 13 is going to have one clown in it and one het clown. So the rest of it was all non-surviving. We had 4 caramels and one clown that was had a deformed face. I think the umbilical cord had wrapped around the face for a while and caused it to grow. And then as it developed, it was all mangled. So that wasn't very good. After that, I don't have the babies logged yet because they're not over here. But we do have the Killer Bee Lemon Blast scaleless head. So that's I don't know, Jimmy. Maybe I'm not going to until somebody can show me a line of it that's stable, you know. And those who breed caramel, they need to do what I do. I'm being all honest. I know more breeders do what we do, and I appreciate that, but not all of them. And that is, if you're going to breed caramel, you better cut those eggs alive. I want them to show exactly what they get. You know what I mean? I want to see, because I have never heard of that working out well. So I want people to see it live and know what they're getting into. I think that's very important. And that's hard to do as a breeder, man. Like, I cut that first one and saw what I had. I was like, oh my God. You know, we started having that problem. You know, here I am cutting these eggs in front of everybody, knowing that they're going to be a shit show, knowing it. And that's hard to do because you're going to get blowback. You know, and a lot of people don't want to deal with the blowback, but it is what it is. So clutch 14 will be the Killer Bee Lemon Blast scaleless head stuff. That is a really cool clutch. We will have a couple we keep, at least one. 15 is a lesser times lesser pastel. So there'll be a lot of lessers in there. I don't see any lesser pastels. And one bell. I do not intend on keeping the bell. So you will, actually, I just use a spreadsheet, so I'm going off right now. Clutch 16 should be hatching any day now. Any day. And I've never used Sable. So I would, yeah, it's not really Excel. It's like an Excel sheet, but it's from it's freeware from OpenOffice Calc, but it'll save in Excel, or you can swap it to Calc. It works. It's like Excel. So that is the black pastel to banana black pastel clutch. So be excited for that one. That should be hatching literally any day. I keep checking to see if there's a pip. Nothing yet. We have 7 good eggs in that clutch. As far as I can tell, I can't see in the back very well. We did have 1 egg that went bad early on. I did open the incubator for that. Otherwise, it stayed sealed, though, right? So it's Excel. Yeah, pretty much. Then the albino Tofino clutch is also coming due any day now. It was laid on 9/13, and we have 6 of those. Clutch 18, for some reason in here, I did not write down what it is, but it's written on the fridge. I'd have to look to remember. Oh, it's the Calibi clutch. So it's the Calico to the Bumblebee. So we have that coming. We have 6 eggs from that. I was a little disappointed. I thought it should be more eggs this year. We have the Ghost to the Spiderhead True Ghost. This Mania's clutch, 7 eggs. And then we have the Fire Yellow Belly to the Lemon Blast Scaleless Head, which we got 5 eggs, and that is Hestia. I do believe one of those eggs is going to go bad. Those eggs all came out. Before I update you, I'll share this with you. And you can look at the video or the picture I posted. I think we did one or something. And see that how they came out. They came out almost like they weren't completely calcified. And I think one of them's going to end up going south on me. The rest of them I have hopes for. We may lose 2. I think 3 will survive. So I'm hopeful. I'm not ready to write off any of them yet, but that's going to be a rough clutch, I think. So let me show you Hestia. No, that's all we've got laid right now. That's a whole list. So that's everything coming. I'm going to get better with this one day. Sure when. Oh, that ain't it. There we go. Got used to the button. So here is Hestia. As you can see, she is doing good. I'm hoping she's going to start working out trying to pass that. She did not eat, which I did not expect her to. So that is okay. So basically the shell is still in there, but she's doing good. I think she has passed some more fluid. I can't see any fluid in there, but I have noticed some fly content. And usually when I get flies, that is a reason to believe that what's going on. So I do think that that is possible. But all in all, guys, she's doing really good. I'm very happy with the results from what we did. That was scary. I probably should have recorded it, but honestly, it's one of those things I looked at and decided it needed done right, and I just did it. So the chance to record it didn't really present itself, but it got done, and it got done well, and I'll be honest. I don't know if they'd have done the same thing if I'd have taken her to a medical facility or not, but I feel like she has a pretty good chance of survival at this point. I'll feel really good when she takes a meal, and I'll feel really good when she passes out whatever looks like an eggshell. I think it's just going to set in there until she has to poop, to be honest, because I highly doubt she feels the need to uh, push. The thing is, when I popped that egg, and what we used was a needle, like same thing I've been using to give her enemas, like this. So the Tony Kutcher's makes everything taste great Creole injector. That's what I used. Boom. That big old nasty needle, but not very sharp. I mean, sharp enough, but not like, oh my God, sharp. And so we were able to get the egg close enough to the vent that I could run that needle about that far into her cloaca, come against the egg, made sure I was against the egg so I can move it away, put pressure on the egg against it, and feel it push back on the needle. So I knew the needle was sitting on the egg, and I just pushed the egg and injected the needle into it, which then caused it, of course, to spring a leak. Then what we did is using gravity to help, and I just kept pressure on that egg, and so because they will seal themselves up, and we have ripped a few of them. We put a band-aid on them, and that band-aid will let it clot, and it clots just like anything else and seals itself up. They're pretty, I mean, they're made to survive in the wild, so we kept pressure on it so it wouldn't clot, and we squeezed out a ton of egg fluid, got a vast majority of that out to where there was nothing to really feel. After that, we used the same needle, and I gave her about 3 warm water enemas just to clean that area out. So basically, you're holding her upside down, and of course, the cloaca is all open from having eggs and us massaging. And she's trying to push while we were doing that; it just wasn't going to come. So I was able to slide that in there very easy and just rinse, 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 rinse with warm water. The idea being that we want to clean all that out as best we can. So that's what we did. Get some opinions. The best thing to do, I would suggest, I think it's Mitch, right? Is go onto Patreon and you have to take pictures of them on your computer and go to use a computer. Why? I don't know. Because, yeah, we get the Discord going, it'll be better. And I need to get that going. That's on me. But go on there and post your pictures there. So toss them up, say, this is what I got, and let everybody see them. The reason I like people to do it there as opposed to just send them to me is there are some other people on here who are very, very experienced and very, very good and that are better with certain morphs than I am. So putting it on there, you're going to get a multitude of opinions, and sometimes I learn shit. So put it there, let everybody see it that's in the community, and the community will help. This community has grown to the point that it's not just me helping you all, it's family. It's everybody helping each other, and that is something I love. I've seen people come in here and I've seen them grow in their knowledge. I've seen them grow in their confidence. I've seen them grow in their ability and what they're doing. I've also grown in my confidence and in my ability what I'm doing because of this place. So post up there for the whole community and do not fear. One thing we do, we work very hard at, and I want to praise everybody in here for a minute, is we keep it positive. So like when somebody posts something, if it's a question, and even if it's a question asked 1,000 times, right? It gets a good answer as opposed to just like somebody ripping into you. That doesn't happen here. There is a Patreon Facebook group. I'm waiting for the Discord. I think the Discord will be better because the Discord will automatically keep up to date with membership rules, which I think is awesome. It keeps you from having to do that. So anyway, well, I appreciate that, and that's what we wanted to do. Is we wanted to be honest. And it's patchy, just up the humidity, and it'll get through it. Patchy sheds aren't that uncommon. So everybody wants to see what I call a used condom shed, which is a horrible image, I know, but it looks like an old used condom rolled up off and thrown away, and sometimes there's stuff in it where they take a crap or a piss to. So you want to see that rolled up condom tossed to the side. That's what you really want to see. But you're not going to get every shed to look like that. Some of them are going to come off patchy. It's always, we will have the Discord running soon. Anna's been doing great. It's me dragging my feet. So I just got to find the time to get on there and do that. I want to get Kurt more involved in that too if I can. We don't have a morph market at all. And the reason we don't have a morph market is because everything we've ever put up, with the exception of a very small number, have sold here. So the pecking order we do is Patreon gets first come, first curve, first come, first serve. After it clears Patreon, we can start to sell it locally or take it to shows. And if it doesn't sell there, then we'll end up taking it to places like Morph Market. Never had to do it. I'd rather not do it, but I mean, there's going to come a point where we'll need to, and we'll have that stuff. But right now, what's available is normals, and we're going to start filming some clutch releases, or hopefully our very next filming day will be some clutch releases, at least one or two of them. Today's video that you're going to get here soon will be some stuff from Tallgrass. I'm not sure which one it is from Tallgrass. We filmed an ass load of them there. So, but we will have a filming day soon, filming some clutch releases. So, yeah, and I didn't see the humidity question, Ryan, but that's a great humidity when they're in shed. It'll also help them to get that all off. So, yes, and make Nikki an admin as well. And for those of you guys that don't know, it's going to be Nikki who's going to be handling some of our administrative stuff, like getting the t-shirt list ready. So I need to get that set up for an email for her. So then you guys will be in contact with her, and she'll get me the information. And then that way it comes to me in a nice list, and I can just do it, as opposed to me trying to, it's just one thing off my plate that I suck at. So then she can send that to me, and then she can ride my ass to make sure I get a list out and done. Because I've got the shirts. It's just a matter of doing that. And then it'll be much simpler, much better. And for some of you, it's going to suck because you've already sent the information. I asked you to send it to her too through the email system when we do it. And it'll be there. My next couple of shows, I don't have any. I've made it to one show this year. That's because of my backyard. So we just haven't had to go to any, right? And so it's like, I don't know, man. I love shows. They're fun, but this is a better way for me to sell. When we get our production up to where I want to be, which is going to take 5 or 6 years, I mean, it really is to get to full steam ahead, then we'll have to do shows. I don't think Patreon will ever support the purchase of, 600 sinks that we're going to produce. Maybe it will, but Springfield, Missouri isn't bad. I've been to that one before. I actually bought some stuff there, and it was okay the time I went. That's been several years ago. I think we did have somebody request to, and I don't make the Vegas shows. I saw that. I wish I did. I love Vegas, but when I go to Vegas, I'm drunk. Just been challenged. Yeah, buy everything I produce. That's great for me. Let me make David's day and show. Look, I'm getting the hang of this damn gimbal thing, and show the darkness. There was a way, if I get the app to work, I could spin this around on here. All right. And now, she is super close to laying. I expect her to push eggs out within 4 or 5 days. Look how thick she is back there. She's in position. She's got all the nesting done. It's going to happen, guys. It's going to happen. I'm really excited about that clutch. So, and of course, I already showed this girl while I was doing the sale. But you can see, too, I didn't want to pick her up because I think she might be actively in the process, which is great. So, oh, the Hestia update. I almost forgot. Did I show her? I did show her. I forgot I showed her, but we'll give you guys one more look. And you can see she's active. Here's the best part that makes me think she's doing good. If I get her tail, see, she'll pull that in, which means that back half doesn't seem like it's sensitive to the touch. I mean, she acts just kind of like any other snake. Maybe I got this. That's all I get for saying I got it, huh? Raw. All right. Yeah, we will be doing yellow and orange. This year, what will be yellow and orange? Oh, I'm not sure what's left. I have to go back and look through. But, these are really cool. Look, let me pull out one of these and get in the light for you guys. These, they're not what I'd call yellow and orange necessarily. Further down here. Oh, that is one. Okay. Let me come over here in the light with this. And then these are the GHI Mojaves. Or not GHI Mojave, sorry, the GHI Pastels. These things are just insane color. They actually look better in person, so. And yes, Caden, we have 2 houses. And there's a reason for that. I will share. Somebody has to see 190204. You need to eat your meal. I'll get you to 190204 here. And it is been a little bit of a butthole on eating lately, but it is of size. So when we get clear weather, we'll be able to ship that. Whoa, sorry about that. So somebody asked about the two houses. Really, I say I'm getting the hang of this damn gimbal, but I'm really not. The reason we have two houses is because one of them was purchased, well, still being purchased. It'll be purchased over the next 10 years through Patreon, through the business, especially through Patreon. And that is where all of our animals are now located. So the entire downstairs of this house is dedicated to my work area. This is where I work, ball pythons, my zoo room, everything down here. It also is where membership can win a weekend to stay. So everybody, I'll have to do that. Okay, I'll figure out how to do that. So everybody who like is on the $100 tier gets a weekend here. Every other tier, there's a drawing once a year for a weekend here. So we've had that drawing for this year, and so people can book that, come visit us. They'll actually get to stay in the upstairs of this house. So I'll stay on top of our animals, and you know, sometimes they're picky, and I probably just need to like do a full interchange. And when they're young and picky, that usually fixes it. I've noticed. So I'll probably just do that and see if that don't get her going. Again, because she was like a beast for a while, so it just goes in spurts. So anyway, that is how it works. Jojo is Chris. She picked up two more. Now my other house is my house I live in, and it's right next to this one. So it's just literally about a tenth of a mile up the hill. So they kind of sit like here and here, or where these houses sit, and they're on a total of 5 acres together. So if you do get a chance to come visit, this is where you're going to stay. There's a living room with a TV, a bed, internet's getting installed. That's why we're running the way it is now. And there's a pool. If the weather's working, I can get the pool to still good. You'll be able to play there. There's an arcade. There'll be a selection of movies you can watch. You know, like it's basically a little studio apartment with, yeah, everything you need. And then you get to hang out with us. The wife will make a meal for you if she's around. I'll definitely show you all the animals. We'll take you to our zoo we own part of and tour you around there. We'll do all kinds of fun stuff. So the point of it is we want it to be memorable, but more than just reptiles. So that is why there is two houses. And, you know, we were running out of room in a single house. And I knew I could not do what I wanted to do there. So I was going to have to find a new facility or build something. And building here is very, very hard because it's all like this. I'm in Kansas, but it's very, very hilly where I'm at. And very, very difficult to build. So, and yeah, Anna stopped by. She got a chance to visit it when she came to the Manhattan show. So it's a pretty cool place. I haven't really looked at that, Jimmy, but anything's possible. And one of the reasons why we haven't done that is like if you come to visit, you know, you're going to get to hang out here. We'll show you the place. We're always open to that. But the reason we haven't set up special weekends like that is because of the fact that, you know, with the system as it is in place now, if it was fully topped out, let's say the $10 or $100 level is topped out on Patreon, and we have one winner from the other 4 levels who all chose to come. Some people may choose not to come. It may not work out a schedule. I mean, it's still going to have some expenses for them, obviously, with gas and travel and whatnot. But that's 14 weekends a year. And that's 14 weekends a year that I have to try to pull out, schedule, make sure I'm around, and make sure I can entertain. And that doesn't sound like many, but there's only 52 weeks in a year. And so, and I work most of those. And then a lot of them, there's holiday weekends and things like that too. So there are those things that I do try to, you know, make sure I have some time for my family as well. So 14 weekends a year is kind of what, when we sat down, we came up sitting and we can dedicate that. Well, understand if you come during football season, there's a football game, we're going to go, but pick up some tickets, come tailgate with us. If you come during basketball season, we'll even take you to a basketball game with us. We have 2 spare tickets just for that purpose. With the exception of the KU K-State game, I have to sell that one to pay for those 2 extra tickets. Kind of funny how that works. So you're more than welcome to come, stay, visit. You know, that's what we want, right? So yeah. And Xanthic and Clown genes. Oh, Chad, you can't go wrong there. But I think Xanthic Clown looks better as a baby than it does as an adult from everything I've seen. So do be aware of that. But you're not going to hurt yourself making Xanthic Clowns. That'll be beautiful animals. As far as line goes, Clown doesn't matter. Xanthic, it's whatever you have. I'm always going to recommend SK because SK is what I've got. But I've seen very, very nice VPIs, and I've seen, very, very nice of all the lines, really. If I had to pick a line to say that this is a line I'd go with, I would say you have to go with SK or VPI. The only reason for that is they're more common. So it's easier to kind of. Thank you, David. It was a great win. Not as good as the one the week before. Actually, I'd take the KU win over the Oklahoma win. Awesome, Rain City. Just takes a little time, right? Oh, what other genes I mix with it? Oh man, when it came to Xanthic and Clown, if you're talking about making an Xanthic Clown with some kicker genes, I think it's got to have pastel in it or super pastel. Brighten that bitch up as much as you can and delete the colors, and you're going to have a beautiful, beautiful animal. That's what I was just for probe kit. I don't think it matters much as long as it's got a blended tip. You'll be fine. Although I'm a popper, so I have a probe kit somewhere. I think it's one of those Taiwanese made or Indian made ones, the cheapies off eBay. But well, you can run both if you want to. I mean, there's nothing wrong with having VPI and SK. You just got to keep them separate, right? Fire Xanthic Clowns would be nice, but I still think Pastel's going to kick that up further. Now, if you ran a Fire Pastel Xanthic Clown, I would really, really like that. Looking up brand real quick. Yeah, Amazon. I mean, a probe kit's it's basically a steel rod or a metal rod, so it's hard to screw that up, And yeah, I've never used one. I mean, I've seen them used, and I've got one because I think it was given to me, and I'm a sucker for free shit. But yeah, and probe kits are probably a good thing to have around. All right, guys, we did what we came to do. We sold 2 snakes, and again, oh yeah, Desert Ghost. Fuck yeah, that would be awesome. Desert Ghost Xanthic Clown. I mean, but there you are talking about a triple recessive, so you're going to be putting in some work. But man, that would be beautiful. Jesse, I am 100% on board with that. Whew, that would be great. Yeah, and it's not hard for people to probe that are used to it. And next time you're here, Ann, I'll probably have you just teach me because, again, I've seen it and I know it's not that difficult. I'm just always afraid of pushing too far or something like that, or manhandling something too much and breaking some shit. So that's my biggest fear. But guys, pay close attention this week. I think we're going to have a fun week. And what I mean is you're going to have lots of posts. I expect the black pastel clutch. With probing your L, well, there's a trick to that. I can tell you that. Just tube them first. Get a set of tubes. Get the snake tubed, and then they're going to be just as easy to probe as anything. Actually, easier because you got the back part out, and you can just work with it. The front part can't do shit. So as long as they're tubed, yep. See, there he goes. I'll hold it in the tube. It's actually quite easy. As a matter of fact, I might have you do that on mine if you're down and experienced. We can probe all the venomous shit, save for the Gaboon, because I'm pretty certain on what she is. And that is that she is a she, and oh, she is so awesome. Ooh, so couple things I want to share with you guys. I gotta keep on focused. So pay attention this week, and there's some exciting shit coming over the next month or so. Here's what's coming up. 1, Banana Black Pastel, Super Black Pastel clutch. Should be pipping any day. Any day. Could be now, could be a week and a half now, but it's coming. So we're going to see how that works out. That's going to be really, really cool. Also, the scaleless head stuff should be shedding, right? Yeah. And then we should have multiple clutch releases. And then I have 2 more clutches that I think will pip within the next 7 days. That includes the Calibi stuff, which the one Calibi I made is fucking amazing. So I'll show you that before I go so you guys know what you're getting into on that. I'll let you take a big poop, be warned. And then also the Tofino clutch. So our first ever chance of making Tofinos, those should be hatched within the week. So very, very excited. I also expect 2 clutches to be laid within the next 7 days. I'm going to be a busy man. And our Lesser Ghost clutch that was bred to, obviously, our Spider Het True Ghost. And then also the darkness, right? That's coming. So that all should be coming within the next 7 or 8 days. Okay, I really believe that. I'll show you a bell. Why not? It's on my nose. Oh, you mean the new bell, Chad? It's at the other house. I can't show you the pre-shed babies are over there, but I can show you one of my adult bells. I can do that. So anyway, back to what I was saying. The other thing is, so I finally got a hold of Tallgrass. I kind of reached out to them and said, hey, I got my rack in, but I am going to show you the cow before I go. And, but I never got the cages I ordered. He said, let me call you. So he called me, and Eric said, hey, man, we changed design. So I was like, oh no, what does that mean? So I've got my 3 cages in there. And I'd ordered another 3 foot and 2 6 foots. That was what was supposed to come. I would have got my carpet over here and out of the glass cage, and I would have also moved my red out of its cage, and then I would have moved my gaboon into a 6 foot, and it would have given me another 3 foot. That was the original plan. Okay, that was what I was going to do. But Eric told me now they're making those bevel cut, so the 6 foots will all snap. Everything will snap together because of the bevel cut, like the Generation 3s. Mine aren't like that because they were the first setup. He also changed the tracks because people had some issues with them. I haven't, but okay. And what he told me, though, is since I made that change, he'd ordered all that. What Eric's going to do is instead of sending me 2 6 foots and a 3 foot, he's going to send me 4 6 foots. And he's going to take the top 2 6 foots or 2 of the 6 foots and run a divider panel in them. So in essence, we'll have 4 3 foots and 2 6 foots that all stack, along with a riser. It's going to be awesome. So it'll be really cool, and I can't wait. I'm really excited. Those should be here either this month or next month, and they're going to be hand delivered. So when he does it, we'll set them up. We're going to be moving more animals into them. I've got some things already set up for that, so it's going to be really cool. And I cannot wait. I cannot wait at all to get that in. So you guys are going to be seeing that very, very soon, and that room is going to take another transition forward to my final vision. I'm excited. So anyway, you're kind of going to be more shit to look at, like maybe an albino western in there, straight albino, some other things. So yes, that's what's coming over the next few weeks. And then we should hit a slowdown period where we'll have a lot of clutch updates and get a lot of stuff sold. And we may end up with a little bit of a slowdown period on shipping because of weather. And then what will happen is we'll hit spring and it'll be like, blah, boxes out everywhere. And then we'll just restart. It'll be like back to square one. So we're about to start pairing now. Yes. That's what's going to happen too, David. So what's going to happen on mine is the 2 6 foots. One of them was going to be for a carpet python, and one of them was going to be for my gaboon. The idea for the gaboon is she's fine in the 3 foot right now, but she's still growing. So I can set this up, take some time, make it really nice, make it really cool, put her in there, and we'll be perfect. Yes, if weather holds, what we're looking for, let me look at the weather right now. The problem is next Monday's Veterans Day, so I got to check and see if FedEx is open. If FedEx is open, then I'm good on shipping on Veterans Day if the weather's good. Today was supposed to be in the 20s, but then it warmed up. So I'm hoping we're out of it. So next Monday, this is the problem. I'm looking at, I don't know if you can see that or not, 38 and 19. 38 and 19, when Tuesday is 37 and 23. The 19 is actually going to be the Monday morning. So I usually look at the Monday to Tuesday. But we're still going to be hitting in the 20s as it stands right now. Let me see if I can't find a 30-day forecast. It's not usually this cold right now. Usually I get to ship all the way through parts of December, but we'll have snaps and warm spots and snaps. So that's kind of what we're looking for right now to get that stuff out. Let me see here. It's 40-19, so I'm still showing that one. But then the next Monday, I'm showing 54-31, 50-31. So if that gets a little bit better, we'll be okay. And that's as far out as it's going, apparently. I don't know why that is. Oh, I can hit next. Hold on. FedEx is good. You mean they're open on Veterans Day? This is also Kansas, so the weather tends to change. And then we get into some 50-29, 47-30. That one would probably be good. I mean, the November 25th, that Monday's looking pretty decent because we're going to get maybe down into the 30s a little bit, but it should be okay there with the heat pack. I don't like it being in the 20s. I really like it being, like 35 and up is where I really feel good. But, we'll make it work. We'll find a good time, I promise. So, yes, what do we need to do is just get a list of y'all in waiting and just check every week. So I will definitely recommend during these times when we're going to be shipping that we definitely do hold at the facility, because it's not a matter of somebody being home. That's why I always say, my girlfriend's home or I'm home, I'm off that day, I'll be right there. And that's great. it's not that somebody's not going to be there. People are always going to be there to pick up their snake. That's normal. Uh, it's tight on space. Okay, work on that. Uh, it's how long's in that damn truck? That truck's going to leave at some time early in the morning. They're going to stick it in there, and where are they going to put it in the back? It's going to be. I mean, that's what always worries me is the truck trip. Or if it's in the facility, it gets off the plane, one truck ride to the airport or to the place. They put it in there, and there it sits. And if they do it right, it should set inside, and the outside time should be pretty minimal. Which I know from Manhattan, it takes a truck about. This is how much I'm sad I know. It takes a truck that leaves at about 6 o'clock. They shut down and take it about 5:45. Truck leaves about 6:30, and it goes to KCI. Gets there about 8:39, unloads, and shit ships. So I know that 9 to 11 is the temperature I really look at. Where we're going to be at there, and it's going to be on a plane. It's going to go to usually a stop at a hub, and then boom to its final destination. Get there in the morning, and then it's going to take a truck to wherever its destination is. So it's those morning hours, but that's what we have to look at. So that's kind of the shipping life of a snake. And I'm probably a little bit overprotective on it. I could probably ship colder than I do. I know some people who just don't give a shit, but I'm a little bit leery. These animals are important to me. I know they're important to you too. So hold is definitely the way to go. I live probably 25 minutes from the facility. 30 minutes right now because of my road still being flooded for almost a year. And I still hold everything at facility. If I have something shipped in, which is a rarity anymore, I hold at facility. And the reason it's a rarity is because I got my sources. I usually go to shows and things like that to pick up, where I can just travel myself. All right, guys, any more questions? If not, we've been at this for almost an hour, and then I'm going to hop up off of here. Hopefully Kurt gets the videos done soon. No response yet, and we'll get those posted for you too. I agree, Anna. I agree. And if you're within that distance too, if you guys are within about 4 hours of me, man, hit me up. Hit me up. Because even if we can even work something out where we meet you halfway and save you part of the shipping or something. It's better for me and you and better for the animal. I'm all for it. So we definitely want to do that. Yeah. The facility keeps from having to do that because the truck is, what they're supposed to do. That FedEx truck, when you ship the way we ship, is supposed to come to you first. It's supposed to get on the truck, and it's a priority. It's supposed to be the first stops. But you don't know how many priority stops there are. You don't know if the driver's really going to do that, or if he's going to hit a few places on the way, because they're on a time crunch. You just don't know. You don't know if the driver's sticking it right over the exhaust or right by a heat vent, or if he's got it by an open door. You don't ever really know. So I try to minimize his time on a bounty FedEx truck as much as I can. So we've only had, I think, one ever die in shipping, and it was a horribly sad day. I don't want to repeat that. So, and it happens. Yes. Yeah. I'm with you. All right, guys. That's everything. I'm gonna hop off of here so I can see my wife when she gets home, eat a frozen pizza, and get some sleep because my work week starts tomorrow along with basketball season and like for reals instead of just the yeah. Oh, it's a crazy snake person again. Yeah, when I walk into my FedEx with boxes, the guy just goes, "All right, you're good. We're on the way." Oh my God, Anna, that's terrible. That's the shit that I hate about FedEx. Yes, I did promise 2 snakes, didn't I? I promised to show the Calabi and I promised to show the Bell. You're right. So let me make good on that. And once I make good on that, then I will have to get off of here. Let's see how this one looks. Oh, you're not looking too bad. Thought maybe she'd be unshed. But she is not. So there is our bell. One of our bells. Yeah, come on, focus. That's a little bit better. That is a super lesser version. It's about the whitest white you're going to get. Beautiful, right? Beautiful. I love me some bells. And then let me get to the Calabi. We're going to be cutting hopefully some of these. This is the only one I've ever made. And of course, it was a keeper. Look at that thing. Beautiful. So I love, 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 love that. All right. I did not promise to hold the female blood python, David Whalen. Nice try, though. Well, thank you, Chad. I hope it's worth your guys's. If I could use this gimbal better, it'd be a lot smoother. I want to make it worthwhile. Oh, something else I forgot to mention really quick while I got you. You're going to see on the intro of all of our videos, we are into November again. So if you look close, you're already starting to see me growing a beard. Again, we're going to be raising funds for children at Christmas here in the Manhattan area that otherwise wouldn't have one. It's something that our workplace does. They allow us to grow a beard for 1 month in exchange for donations. So we collect donations. By we, I mean we do it here. Not everybody does a donation collection. Last year, we were able to raise just under $1,000 through YouTube and Patreon for the charity, which supplied about 9 families with a Christmas. So I want to say thank you, to give you an idea of how important you guys became to our community. The whole thing, the whole raising from all the cops in the whole community with beards or with everything was about, I want to say, 7,000. And we did almost 1,000 ourselves. So you guys are awesome. I can tell you it made a difference with, it makes it 2 differences. It does 2 things. One, it's taking these families that aren't privileged, these kids that wouldn't have anything otherwise, and it's the police that's taking them and shopping with them. Okay. So it's giving them a positive experience with the police that they otherwise wouldn't have. It, most likely all they know is a negative experience with the police. So it's cops getting to do something good with kids that otherwise would not ever see that, and it may change the outlook one time, just once. That is all you need sometimes. And then it also is just taking these kids that otherwise don't have much hope, and don't have a lot of brightness in their family always, and it's providing the Christmas to them. And these aren't families, just so you guys know, that can just nominate themselves or something like that. The way these families are often found is because we've been to their house for something, right? We've gone there, and maybe it was for something getting stolen, or maybe it was a domestic. Who knows why we were there? But we were there, and usually it's officers who go there. It could be other people that nominate them too. And then we see it with our own eyes, and we're like, okay, this is a family in need. And then we submit it. They're reached out, they're contacted, they're asked if they want to participate, so it's not to embarrass them. The vast majority do, and then we provide them Christmas. And the way that Christmas is provided is we bring them to Walmart one day. Walmart's a big sponsor, and we take them shopping. So they literally go shopping with their Christmas list, with a cop who takes them, pushes the car around, has a blast them, go shopping. Sometimes you'll see a couple brothers combine because each kid gets so much. So I say, so many families, actually so many kids, and sometimes they'll combine and go buy like a place, wherever the hell they want. It's all about them. And I'll tell you, one of the coolest things is when you get to do it. I don't always get to do the shopping portion as much as I used to, just because of scheduling. But one thing that'll break your heart is when you have these kids that don't have nothing. And they got nothing, right? And you're taking them shopping, and one of them looks at you and says, I want to go find something for my mom. Or I want to find something for my dad. And so you take them, and they're spending part of their money to not just on them, just to bless their own family too. And that, man, that'll rip your heart out. It really will. And that's truly what I think. It's hard, but it's also wonderful to see them do that. So that's where that goes, and we're going to be doing that again this year. So I wanted to let you guys know that was coming, because you're going to start seeing post about an intro on it on every video, and you're going to see me grow a really crappy beard again. All right, guys, thank you so much. I love each and every one of you, and I'll see you next time.